Hello everyone, this is Liam Day from the Top Class Teacher System, and I'm back with another video in my video series, the TEFL Tech Toolbox. A few short years ago, I was really scared of using technology in my classroom. However, I was fortunate enough to discover a video course by a gentleman named Todd Buchans. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. And he outlined just how simple it can be to incorporate technology into your classes and your learning environment. The very first video of his that I watched was about a piece of software called Audacity. Now, to access Audacity, simply go into Google and type in download Audacity. It's completely free. Once you've installed it and opened it up, you're going to come across this screen. Now, Audacity is primarily used for creating and editing audio clips. And it's a really simple tool to use. I'm going to show you a few things to make it easy for you. So, first of all, let me just start with a simple record. Okay, so I'm going to hit the record button, and when I'm finished, I'm going to hit the stop button. So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's class. So, record and stop. If I want to check it, I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click play. Now, unfortunately, because I'm using the microphone and the speakers from the same laptop, it's not actually going to be possible for me to play this for you without it being very distorted. But of course, if you're watching this video and you are playing along at home almost, then you can of course play that and see how your voice sounds. The next thing, imagine that you make a mistake. Well, on Audacity, it's really easy to just edit out that mistake. So, today, we are going to be learning about the present continuous. Today, we're going to be learning about the present continuous. So, I'm going to come back to here, and I'm going to play through, or you're going to play through, and you're going to find out where the end of the mistake was. So, this part here was a mistake. This part here was a mistake. This part was perfect, exactly as I wanted it. And you are just going to drag your cursor over the mistake parts. You're going to hit delete on your keyboard. And now you're left with the first part, which was perfect, and the second part, which was perfect, and the mistake has been deleted. This is particularly useful if you're making a long 3 or 4 minute audio, perhaps for an exam class, that just has one speaker. For example, a tour guide showing a group of tourists around a city. You've recorded 3.5 minutes and you make a mistake. Well, the last thing you want to do is go back to the beginning and have to re-record those 3.5 minutes. All you do is you continue with the correct sentence and then just edit out the mistake. It's really, really simple. Okay, now another thing that's really important with this is that sometimes you have a course book and you have the teacher's book with the audio script, but you don't have the listening files. What we often do now is we install audio files onto a computer, then we copy that onto a hard drive or a flash drive, then we replace those hard drives or flash drives, and all of a sudden we want to use an activity and we can't find the audio files. What you can do with this is you can simply get another teacher to sit with you and you can record the whole conversation and play it back for your students. In the past, I have found that there was a beautifully constructed listening activity in a book and I couldn't use it because I didn't have the audio files. This solves that problem. Okay, now I'm going to delete this, so I'm just going to Control and A to select all and then delete on my computer. Okay, but what happens if you want to do a conversation listening with your students, but you're the only English teacher in the school? Maybe you live in a remote area, maybe you are the English department. This is certainly something that's possible. My first job in Korea, I was not the only English speaker, but I was the only native speaker. So if I'd wanted to do a recording, for example, with somebody from the United States, that would not have been possible. Well, today you're getting 2 for the price of 1 because I'm also going to show you a website that you can use. So if you go into Google and you type into, if you go into Google Chrome and you type soundoftext.com, this website is going to come up. Now, there is a priced website, or there's a free version. The free version is Sound of Text. I haven't checked out the priced version yet because it's new. However, I'm hoping that the priced version takes away some of the limitations of Sound of Text, because one of the things about Sound of Text is that you cannot have long pieces of audio, long texts. Okay? So, I'm going to come back to Audacity, and I want to play for my students a conversation between me and a friend from the United States. Now, I should point out here that this is for low-level learners only. Beginner, elementary, sparingly at pre-intermediate. I did use this at pre-intermediate for the flight announcements in an airport. But the problem is that the audio quality is a little bit unnatural and a little bit slow. So I would definitely recommend this only for low-level learners. So I want to have a conversation with my friend Sandra, who is an American. So I type in my first part, or I record my first part. Hello, Sandra. How are you today? Okay, so this is me speaking. Now I want Sandra to respond. So I'm going to go into Sound of Text, and Sandra says, I'm fine, thank you. How about you? Okay, as I said, it's limited how much text you can put into this box. Now there are different voices, different dialects, different languages. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see that. Some of them are better than others. Obviously, I generally stick with English, but you've got United States, United Kingdom, or Australia. I'm going to go with the United States. I click Submit, and I scroll down. Okay, and here is my audio file. Now I can play it to check it, but again, because I'm using the same microphone, the same speakers, if I play it for you, it's going to sound really distorted. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this. Here's one I made earlier. Okay, and you're then going to go and you're going to find your downloads file, usually in my computer or this PC, and then download. So if this is this PC or my computer, there's your downloads. Okay, and you can see there, I'm fine, thank you, how about you? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now import that into Audacity. So it's File, Import, Audio. Okay, find your downloads folder, and there it is. Okay, and I'm going to open that. Now this is probably the trickiest part of using this. If I play this now, you're going to have two speakers speaking at the same time, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to go up here to View, and Zoom out. You can also use Control-3 if you want to, the shortcut. Now what I want to do is I want to move Sandra's response up to here. So I am going to click and drag to highlight Sandra's voice. Then I'm going to hit Control and X for cut, and go up here, Control and V for paste. And what I've got now, if I start to play here, we've got me saying, hello Sandra, how are you today? And Sandra saying, I'm fine, thank you, how about you? I'm going to attach this short conversation to the end of this video in some way so that you can actually hear what it sounds like. All right, you want to delete this track at the bottom, otherwise you're going to end up with a really long list of tracks and it's going to get confusing. What you can then do is you can continue, so I might go in here and I might say, yeah, not bad, the weather outside is lovely today. Okay, then I'm going to go back into Sound of Text and create a response for Sandra. Around about a minute you can play this and the students can complete activities, fill in the gaps, or true or false, or multiple choice, whatever it is you feel that would be useful. And that's it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to export this from Audacity so that it is a playable file. So if I go up to here to File, I'm going to go to Export, Export as WAV. Now, some of you might be more familiar with MP3. When I first tested this, I found MP3 to be a lot more confusing a lot more complicated. Wave is much simpler and will work with Windows Media Player or VLC Media Player, which are the two most popular. So I'm going to click Export as Wave. Now, when you install Audacity, there will be a folder called Audacity. And that will be in your My Documents. So you can see here, Documents, and then there's my Audacity folder. Okay, I'm going to save this as Convo1. Now you don't need to worry about any of this. You can put the information in if you feel you need to, but it's really not necessary. Just click OK. And then you're going to come in here, Documents, Audacity. These are all the ones I've used in the past. And we should have Convo1 right here. And then you can just play that for your students using VLC Media Player or using Windows Audio. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. What I would really love is to hear from some of you about your experiences. Have you tried this before? Was it successful? Was it unsuccessful? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'm always trying to learn from others in the same way that I'm always trying to share my experience with others, and it would be great to hear from you. That's it for today, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video in the TEFL Tech Toolbox. Take care.